It's Zenzi, or Zanzi, on a very moist mid-June morning in Pacific Grove, as Lover's Point. Diana, subsequently, your book club friend. This is about grief and the wise feminine. It is time for there to be an evolution of consciousness that stops the madness of the money matters most masculinity of stuff-centric thinking that is going to self-extinct our species in approximately 20 to 30 years. We don't have any time to keep fussing around. I'm sincerely sorry. We lost your mother. We also lost my friend Jane, who she and I, while my relationship with her was more meaningful than that with my own mother, autism. And I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't feeling very well back in the day. But Jane and I had a relationship in which not the standard, but we were co-learning to deal with our childhood wounds. That's a kind of mothering that needs to occur. To forgive our moms can't have given us what they didn't give us. And what we didn't get, nobody can really fulfill except for us asking for the support we need. As the globe's original consulting philosopher of well-being philosophy, I came to Pacific Grove to start the Well-Being Philosophy Institute. Not only have I been left to die, nobody caring that I have no sleep and no nutrition, the police have criminalized me constantly for doing nothing, literally. And yet, I want to, under the auspices of the Well-Being Philosophy Institute, show a new way of thinking, which, as I've told you, Diana, I know you like this idea, and I think we need to take the baton from Burning Man and create Foggy Goddess. It's my own IP, this is trademarked, copyrighted and whatnot. And I think it's December. I think we're going to do beg. Barter, gift, exchange. Take the wise feminine away from the corporate marketing sales frenzy. And have us end our year and prepare for the next year as the givers and nurturers of life on earth. Now, I'm coming at you for one very important reason. To ask for one, easy ask, I'm sure. Not even 24 hours ago, I got some insider information. I've been working at this. Nobody gives me any credit. But I understand how consciousness works, and I know what I'm doing. I keep wanting to share, but nothing to see over there on Zenzi. Diana. I know how consciousness makes bodies operate hundreds of pounds. And that's just the appetizer. Da-dun-dun. Hashtag Socratic Improv. I need a home for myself, the lovely Zanzibar, and my work. Not even 24 hours ago, I have the insider information that Manjushri Dharma Center on Forest and Sinex will be up for sale in a year or so. Rinpoche is moving to Portland because there is actual Tibetan humans for him to interact with, not just I'm not going to describe the citizenry of Pacific Grove because I do consider myself a resident, so I change the dynamic a bit. But what I would like to do is talk to your book club friend, and we can read 2 books to show my potential. The Brain's Way of Healing by Norman Doidge and We Are Electric by Sally 80. I would like to see if there's a way do the foundation, but I'm trying to disrupt the systems of this dehumanization, and that's why I keep needing to talk to individuals. I go through the foundation, buy that building. They're thinking it's 1.2. I'm thinking a little bit more. I'm thinking let's talk about 2 million. Foundation can own the building, given that in the clauses that I'll have 3 to 5 years to buy it back. And I will create a handoff. I will take the legacy of Manjushri Dharma Center, which Manjushri means wisdom. I would have the blessing, not only of Rinpoche, but of the entire community. I would allow us to continue over Zoom with the weekly meditations and chanting. And then I would start my own sessions. Tuning fork sessions, group sessions, all of the things that are in my head to explain how we alter thinking. And by the way, there's the concept of philosopher's stone, philosopher's tools. But my first book is going to be Placebo Power to the People. This sound healing is a placebo tool. It's just my friends with the crystal bowls and the gongs. We need to honor the natural legacy of this amount of coast of the Pacific. This city is violating the natural gifts we have been entrusted to protect. I will work with the Rumsen, Ohlone, Esselins. If we can have come off, and this is not, by the way, my only ploy, so we would like to not dilly-dally here over this, but I've got my 1 degree of separation to a podcast to watch me do this, go from homeless to the heights of the Himalayas, virtually, in Pacific Grove. And it's zoned both residential and commercial. One of the ways I would pay for my own expenses at the beginning is to find somebody with a chronic fatigue that I'm certain. Again, the Pine Cone told me I could have an article and then they reneged. There are people with immense wealth whose health cannot be addressed by Western medicine, for whom I can offer quality of life improvements, which may prove other things. I'm on a theory of consciousness that aligns directly with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. This book, The Convergence of Science and Spirituality, it's what I've been, respectfully and in appropriate timing, given that this was in the works. Rinpoche is not well, and he's 60, so he's got his future and his retirement. I'm 56. No one cares if I die. Nobody know. And yet, the philosophical hypothesis of bio-electromagnetism belongs to all 8 billion humans. Telling you I'm onto something powerful. All these double entendres are intentional. Just again, I'm not only, obsessed with the Tibetans. BKS Iyengar, this book, my thing with the Tibetans is movement. So there'll be a lot of movement. I'm right between two older, cocoon up with the wise feminine thinking. No aliens involved. Wise feminine thinking can cocoon the entire city of Pacific Grove. And we can become known not as the last hometown. I mean, I don't even... but as a wellspring to sustainable lifetime well-being. And of course, staging vibrant aging. So, get me a place where I can do my work and be in charge of the environment. My environmental sensitivities. And the situation, I'm streaming to palms across the globe. So that's it in a nutshell. Diana, can we please have a lunch with your book club friend? Both of those books, The Brain's Way of Healing, Norman Doidge, We Are Electric, Sally 80, the three of us talk this out. And, she's on my side, help me with the foundation. Because I can't do the logistical stuff, the admin stuff. I'm spending 20 hours in a vehicle every day. I cannot sleep. I do not eat. It's the 15th. I have literally eaten 4 times this month. What I know about human functioning, it belongs to humanity. And there would be nothing, there'd be PR, there would be stories. The transition of Manjushri Dharma Center to the Wellbeing Philosophy Institute. And I'm going to be making a few jobs. I need a business mind. This is what, I can't do everything. I keep wanting more people and I keep getting zero attention, 0 new people. But yeah, if it's just, I think high school is a little, well, I'll grab someone right out of MPC. Because we need to invent new ways. All of this everyone needs to do, what I'm saying doesn't fit with what they have already got in their, I know. Because if we stick with what's already in our brains, we will self-extinct as species. New thinking has to occur. It's life-centric thinking. Billions of intellectual property in this brain. All right. I think this is what it's all been coming down to. It's a little bit smaller than what I had thought I was going to do. But I've been here for 3 years in my car, 3 years in the building. The difference in what will occur will explain my theory about environmental trauma stress disorder, which is what autism is, and what a significant percentage of all chronic disease that Western medicine cannot address is because it's not tiny little microbes that we can't see. It's the stuff that we see that's killing us. Oh, okay, we can't see the chemical sense, but we see the things with the noise. The noise that occurs in Pacific Grove is off the charts. Killing people. Come here to retire, to enjoy, and the inhumanity of what has happened to our belief that machinery is more important than human life, than wildlife. I got a Silomar assaulting deer. I do. On film. All right, I've spun out a little bit. There was probably something important to say, but we'll say it over lunch. Harmony, this has been Zenzi.